Hi everyone. I have some yuzu flowers, which if you watched my live a few weeks ago on yuzu leaf, you know I was pretty excited to see buds on my yuzu. And so I thought I would smell them. I'm just gonna put them in this jar while I just talk a little bit about the plant, and the scent will diffuse a little bit into the jar, and then I can smell the flowers again, give you the notes. It's not gonna be a very long live because I'm just covering this one flower. But first, I'm having my desert scents sale. So if you like any of the more arid fragrances like chaparral, kind of sandscapes, anything evocative of cacti, drier scents, those are 50% off today in the Etsy shop and on the website. So anyways, Yuzu is a hybrid citrus cross Junos, Junos, and it originated in China, and it's believed to be a hybrid of a subspecies of mandarin orange, which is Citrus reticulata. Let me just double check. Yeah, Citrus reticulata. And the subspecies is called Mangshan Yeju. So that's spelled Mangshanyeju. And then crossed with the Yichang papeda, which is two words. It's spelled Ichang, second word Papeda. Both fruits are of Chinese origin, and that species is Citrus cavalleriei. So it's citrus, and then the second word is Cavalerii. And I've never encountered that fruit. It's said to have like lemon scented foliage and flowers. So you've got the lemon coming from one parent, lemon scent, and then the mandarin orange coming from the other parent. And yuzu is usually seen in natural perfumery as a very expensive citrus essential oil. So of the citrus fruit essential oils, not even talking about the flower, it's I've never seen yuzu flower absolute or essential oil. Yuzu fruit essential oil is really expensive, and it's got this like bubbly, effervescent, really sparkling aroma. I just love it. It's kind of candied, but not as sweet as like a lemon verbena or a Meyer lemon. It's got a lot of acidity and kind of some grapefruit notes. Not very bitter like grapefruit though. It just is this very like light, joyful oil. So I wondered what the flowers would smell like. I had to wait for my yuzu plant for almost a year. I was on a wait list, and I don't necessarily know if it, because the nursery I got it from was in California. So I think if I had gotten it shipped to Vermont, it would have been the same length of time that I had to wait. But being in California, I had limited options for nurseries that I can get citrus plants from, because a lot of places won't ship citrus to California. So was pretty excited about this. This and the bergamot were ones that I had wanted for a long time. So just taking a few inhalations, and it's pretty different. My bergamot flowered recently, pretty different from that. This smells a lot like the essential oil. So you've got that effervescent, like almost like frothy champagne aspect. And then there's a papery quality to it, like a very fine, almost tissue paper, that I haven't smelled in the essential oil from the fruit. There's also a really surprising minty note that's most like wintergreen. So if you've ever had like the Canada mints, like the pink, I believe that those were like the wintergreen flavor. So sometimes wintergreen can be pretty sharp. This one is more of like a rounded, similar to like that Canada mints, like wintergreen, where it's like rounded and powdery. It's definitely not as strong of a scent, and you can probably tell I'm having to put my nose pretty close, as orange blossom. Like orange blossom is a pretty heavy, uh, uh, heavily scented flower with a lot of projection. Now, when I smelled this outside before I brought it inside, I did get some indoles that were presenting right away to my nose. I'm not picking up on it as much. I'm not sure if my nose got saturated or if when I picked the flowers, if that kind of vanished or took a back seat to the other aromas. And there's almost like this juicy spiciness of like kaffir lime. Without like the buttery kind of unctuous note that comes with that essential oil sometimes. And there is a floral seed, kind of like the flavor that you get from, and I had this recently, a champagne loquat. I was able to taste one. So not like a ripe, like non-champagne loquat has more of like a peachy, tropical mango, less acidic. The champagne loquat has some flavors of like champagne. It's more flowery and more acidic, less like vanilla flavor. And that's what I'm picking up on the yuzu too, this kind of light. And now I'm getting some Meyer lemon, almost like the richness of the oil of Meyer lemon. The flowers of Meyer lemon, I should say. And again, like the most prominent like character of this flower is that sparkling aspect. It's hard to describe it any other way. Whereas like the orange blossoms, they definitely have that heavier, more honeyed, kind of slow, like a deeper resinous quality. This is much like lighter, more like, you know, airborne, like bubbly. Yeah, so if you have a chance to experience it, I highly recommend smelling some yuzu flowers. I think they are relatively rare in the US. They're used in a lot of Japanese cuisine. And mine don't have enough blossoms. My plant is still really small, so I don't have enough blossoms to do enfleurage. Hopefully next season I will. And then I would imagine, like other citrus blossoms, that this would do really well in tincture, whether you wanted to use the tincture as it is in a perfume or to further process it into a concrete or absolute. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't translate into a beautiful extract in that way. So I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.